and welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today we are quickly introducing our new ink pads, Kiddie Pool and Jellyfish. Kiddie Pool is the most beautiful light turquoise color, and Jellyfish is a no-line coloring ink. It works great with alcohol markers, watercolor, colored pencils, etc., and both of these ink pads have reinkers. Here is a look at the entire rainbow of lawnfawn inks. I love looking at these little hearts all lined up, and they're such great colors, so happy, so fun, and I am so excited for the Kiddie Pool ink. So I'm going to point right here to the Kiddie Pool ink to see where it is in this whole rainbow of colors. Now we're going to take a closer look at all of our kind of turquoisey colors. That's Minty Fresh, the brand new Kiddie Pool. We have Mermaid, Merman, and Peacock. Now the three that are kind of meant to go together are the Kiddie Pool, Mermaid, and Merman. I love these three together. They're so gorgeous. And then here we're going to pop in that Minty Fresh so you can see that that's a nice light color, but it's just a little bit more green. Now when we first came up with Kiddie Pool, we did it because we wanted a really nice light turquoisey color to stamp that beautiful pond from Swan Soiree in. It's also a great match to our brand new offset sayings because it's the perfect light color for stamping in those solid words when you have a darker outline. I absolutely love it. We also have a brand new ink cube pack, and this ink cube pack has all of our coloring friendly inks, which means they're alcohol marker friendly, watercolor friendly, colored pencil, and that's our Jellyfish ink, which is a no line coloring ink, Crunchy Leaf, which has this awesome brown color, River Rock with a gray, and Jet Black for my favorite black Copic friendly ink. I absolutely love having all four of these in a pack. It's great for traveling or when you want to take them with you if you're going to color at a friend's house or something like that. I just love these cute little minis. Here is a look at all of these inks in action. So we've colored this fox from Really High Five in the same exact way on all images. And this first one here is Jet Black. This one is River Rock. Here we have Crunchy Leaf. And this last one is the brand new Jellyfish. So this is a great comparison to see how all of these inks look. Totally different looks on each one. Each one is amazing. It just depends on what look you're going for on your card. I thought it would be fun to do a little no-line coloring. So we've got our Really High Five stamp set here and our Jellyfish ink. We're going to be using the exact same markers that were used in all four of those images that we just showed you in the four different colors of ink. And you'll see that when we stamp out that Jellyfish ink, it almost has this like, it's not gray, it's not brown, it's not anything in specific. And that's what's great about it, is it's going to blend into your coloring. So I put my reading glasses on because, this is serious business here. And for no-line coloring, what I like to do is I like to pick one little section first, and I'm going to lay down the entire sections, the whole tail, with my lightest color. Then I'm going to go in with my darkest and blend that out with my medium, and then blend it out again with my light. With no-line coloring, you definitely want to work in little sections like this so that you can keep defining areas so he doesn't just kind of turn into a blob. Now I thought that tail end was looking a little blobby, so I brought in my dark marker again, and now my medium, and then we'll blend that out with the light, and that's going to define that little end detail of the fox's tail. And when I do no-line coloring, it's definitely like this. I keep kind of going back and forth and going, that looks a little blobby. Let me add a little bit more darkness to define that edge. So it's really fun to kind of keep working through it and keep going back. Now we're going to move on to his foot. So once again, you'll see I put a little bit of that light color, and then I'm going through and defining the edge. I like to go almost right along the edge of that no-line color. You can also go right inside the edge too, depending on what look you're going for. So you can definitely kind of practice either going right along the line or right inside the line. And once again, we'll add our dark and then go medium to light. So now I'm adding my dark and then defining that little foot, and then now out to the light. So we've got to start working our way up the rest of our little fox. And so now we're going to add light color starting at the top of his arm and filling in that whole area. And then we're going to go through and define that edge of his arm and his neck. and then blend it out with our medium and blend it out with the light. And so you can see how it's just kind of a process of going back and forth and back and forth. It's definitely very meditative. It takes a little bit longer than coloring in just a standard stamped image, but oh my gosh, does it look beautiful, and it just wows people because it's so gorgeous. So now we're defining the edge between the arm and the face. So once again, he doesn't go full kind of blobby, weird looking, and we're going to be blending that color out. And I'm going to blend him out to the middle of his head because then I want to define the edge of his snout as well and kind of make that lightness in the middle. So I'm kind of going back and forth and meeting between the two right in the center. Sometimes when I want to define an edge, like the very top of his face there, but I don't want it to be super dark, I'll use my medium to define the edge. And so that's what I did, where I have darker on the left and right sides of his face and medium there towards the middle. Next, we have to define his arm, and now we're going to be moving on to the rest of the detail of his tail. So here we're going to add in our light color again. Even though we're using different colors, it's the same exact type of detail, dark to medium, defining that edge. Right here, I took out my colorless blender because I realized that I had put a little bit too much gray. So the colorless blender helped me kind of take away a little bit of that gray. Now here I'm going to be very careful to define his eyes, nose, and mouth before I start coloring over it, while I can still see that jellyfish line. So I took that W5, the darkest marker, and defined his little eye, mouth, and nose, and then I could start coloring in the rest how we've been doing the other ones. So we're defining his neck, and now we're going to go to our medium, and then our second medium, and our light down into the colorless blender. Now for his ear, we're going to go really simple with just two colors and then give him a cute little rosy cheek. And now he is all done, and he is looking so cute, like something straight out of a storybook. And here I wanted to compare this guy that I colored this time to the one we colored earlier. So you'll notice that with no line coloring, I feel like every single one looks completely different, kind of like snowflakes, right? They're all completely unique, but that's what makes no line coloring so special. The other thing I love about it is you can still use your coordinating dies to cut them out, and how cute is that? Now here is a card by Kara using the Really High Five and Butterfly Kisses mixed together and no line coloring, and you can see just how gorgeous that balloon is and these little foxes are, and she used the awesome jellyfish ink to do this. So it's so much fun. I'm so excited to see what amazing no line coloring projects you do and what kind of cute stuff you stamp out with Kiddie Pool ink, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!